Welcome to Excuse the Black Banter. I am your host, DJ Lee, aka Financial Plug, aka Salsa Plug. And here at Excuse the Black Banter, we are here to talk about some of the taboo subjects in the black community that most people aren't talking about. Because let's be real, like we need to shed some light on it. And at the end of the day, none of this means anything if we don't put any action behind our words. So go out here and be the change you want to see. Now, I'm gonna let my panel of black excellence introduce themselves.
Tony Blunt, of course, Tennessee, always repping that great state, volunteer state of Tennessee, every day, all day. Enjoy you, my brothers.
Let's go. Tony Benz, the new Black Panther, the Black Lightning. Black Lightning, Black Panther, New Millennium JoJo Dancer, Richard, prior to the cocaine, insane genius, and entrepreneur, even though I hate that word. And je ne sais quoi.
Worldwide, that's Worldwide West right there.
Right. Yes, hold up, man. We got that's a legend on the call right now. Hold up.
Compared to what's streaming right now, and that's just a drop in the bucket. But I live by that one person rule. That Grammy Oscar speech. If I could reach just one person, then I did my job. I did my job. I reached more than one person this time.
Well, you got me interested now. I'm gonna have to go figure out this Spotify so I can pull you up.
I'm on it right now. It won't even allow me to.
Yeah, on Spotify is Kingdom Enforcement, and that's the group. And solo, it's Tony Benz Better Way, 3 T's, because them 3 T's are the crosses. If you look at my logo. Okay. Mm-hmm. And congratulations to you, man. I mean, you kicking it off right a couple of months ago. I mean, a couple of years ago, you had an idea and you told me that, you wanted to be inspirational. You want to be motivational. And I was sitting looking at you like, well, you're cooking. And, you're cooking and you're doing well. And that wasn't even your thing. That was like a side hustle. And, look at you now. You're rocking the show. Your dreads are longer, got your sand.
Oh yeah,
give God the glory for that, man. He gave you the tools and you using them.
And listen, I've been asking for this, man, and he's blessed me with it. So it's time to run. It's time to do what we came here to do, right?
Yeah, check it out. God gave you a cross to bear. If you didn't carry that cross, then you're not following your guidance. You're not following your directions. So if you just looked at your cross all day, that cross would be sitting there.
Hey, look, I want to tell you something. Look, you see this?
Yeah.
That's the hands.
I see it.
It's the hands of God, and that's what my brand is about. My
that's
brand.
Dope. You never told me that.
It's a faith-based brand, and it's it talks about shameless plug. Why not me? Why not you, y'all? Listen, I truly believe that there's greatness in all of us, and there's I may not be the guy, but somebody is going to be the next great president. Somebody's going to be the next great entertainer, next great teacher, next great inventor, next great something. I believe, why not me? And why can't it be you?
Tony Bonner is the kind of guy that even when he says, I don't know, that sounds wise. He never claims to have the answer to everything, but even his no's and I don't knows sounds like he knows something. And he's not trying to make you think he knows it all. That is one of the most humble, most knowledgeable, wisest men I know.
Yeah, man, it's all about that knowledge and meeting people with the same mindset. I know people say, you are who you hang around. Y'all know that, right?
Oh yeah.
You know who you are, who you hang around, and we've been blessed to hang around some great people with the right mindset, not
Yeah, I think I quoted before EPMD. They say you hang around with 9 broke friends, you bound to be the 10th one.
Thank you.
So, that works positive and negative.
Yep. But true.
Yep.
DJ, let me ask you something. What you think of this? I never really appreciated this quote, but I can understand why somebody said it. They said, if you have, 9 friends and you're the 10th one, or you have 4 friends and you're the 5th one, if you are the most smartest person in your group, you need a new group. I never really liked that, because that's basic to, I'm not even going to break it down as far as what I mean. I want to know, have you ever heard that before, and how you feel about it? We all got different opinions on some things. How you feel about that?
For me, I actually hold it very close to my heart because I've always been very, very smart naturally. So I've always either dumbed myself down so that out of all the
Mhm.
average people, I'm the smartest because I should be in the advanced class. And it's like, you know, early on, it challenged me and I didn't like it until I got into sports. And I see all of us are all on the bench. I need to go, I need to go be around some of those guys that are, getting some playing time. And now that I'm in business, I am understanding that when it comes to making income, that there's certain levels. And if I am making the most money out of the people I'm around, then what's gonna challenge me to make more? And
Being a
not
part of
necessarily
another
just
group.
money, and not necessarily just money, but knowledge as well. Like I love to learn. That's why I also created this, so I hear different perspectives and learn something new. And if I know the most about a certain subject or about most things in my group, then I need to get around smarter people so I can learn something different.
I feel like the statement is incomplete. Like it should be something like, if you're the smartest person in your group, then you need to be a part of another group as well. Not get out of that group because those people that's subordinate to you are learning from you. So if you bounce from that group, who are they going to learn from that has your knowledge and your experience? So I feel like there's this thing that I say that I don't want to be full of shoulds. And I don't want to be full of shoulds right now, but at the same time, I really do feel if you say someone should leave a group because they're the smartest, the richest, the wisest, then how are you, pulling people up? You each one teach one. So I feel like it should just, be compounded with another one, like be a part of another group where you're the lowest man on the totem pole, and so on and so forth.
That's a really great point. I've never heard that perspective, and it made me think of you ever read the book Secrets of a Millionaire Mind? Either of you guys, any of you guys?
Heard of it?
So in that book, the author, he talks about how the difference between the poor mentality and the wealthy mentality, and and specifically is when it comes to making a choice, right? This or that, right? And I'm specifically going to talk about the groups, right? You have this group that that you're the smartest one, or you can go to that group, right? The poor mentality is going to tell you, based on that one quote, you got to choose. Do you stay in this lower group, or do you choose and just to be with this group and never look back? The wealthy mentality is, why can't I have everything? Why can't I have it all? Right? Why can't I have both? Which would finish out that phrase of what you're saying. Find another group as well.
Right, as well.
As well. That's as well.
What you
Adding
think,
those two
Tony?
words, man. Adding those two words to that quote definitely changes it completely.
It makes it a community as opposed to a dog eat dog evolution. You
Woo!
have to, be the strongest to survive, survival of the fittest type stuff. That is a certain mind state that you should have in certain periods and phases of your life, as opposed to every situation. Because if that's the case, then you'll leave your family behind. That shouldn't be left behind. You'll leave a friend behind that shouldn't be left behind. You'll leave a subordinate. You can have a Stevie Wonder. You can have a Chadwick Boseman. You can have an Oprah Winfrey in your group, but you'll never cultivate them because you're too busy trying to, make yourself better, as opposed to make everybody better.
Man, you know what? I'm gonna give you a good example. Y'all nailed it. A good example how the education system kind of how it made me change. Okay. Now, when we were in school, way back when I was in school, we had these different groups. Okay, these different groups of learners, and if you were in this is when I was in seventh grade. If you were in seventh grade, you were in 7-1, which were the A students, 7-2 for the B students. 7-3 on down. You know what I mean? So my thing was, in my neighborhood where I grew up, it was like you kind of like look at you like, man, you a geek if you do this. I'm like, look, I'm all about this knowledge, son. And I used to tell them all the time, why don't you want to be the best? Why would you not want to be the best? So that was a moniker that I had, and I developed it on my own. Just from my folks. They didn't have all that education, but my thing was, wait a minute, I can do the same work these cats are doing. Matter of fact, I can do it better. You know what I mean? So that was my thing. But once I got there, I remember because this is when I got introduced to middle school athletics. You know, I had this coach, Mr. Neal, and I had some guys that wanted to join the team, and they were ballers, man. And they came up to me and said, "Hey, man, we know you. You know, you smart. Can you help us?" Because they were in 7'4", 7'5". Okay, so 7'5" is pretty much like resource. You know what I'm saying? Special needs, whatever.
Special needs.
And my thing was, I said, you know what? I want y'all to come up with me. So I would take time to help them with their homework, to help give them ideas, to help things to keep them understand, hey, if you want this, you got to work here to get this. If you want to be a part of this team, because I thought Mr. Neal is like old school. If you can't handle your grades, you can't play for him. And that's why I said, man, I said, y'all can play for this guy. I got to show you guys what I do. It ain't no secret. It's called studying, by the way. That's why I used to tell them, you sit with me and I'll show you how we do this. And I remember, yeah. Mm-hmm. And these guys, man, I remember one of them, and when we got to high school, man, this cat was like, dude, you remember what we was going through? And you was in 7'1", I was in 7'5", and here we are taking chemistry together. You know what I'm saying? And and to me, that's what I told her. So that's what I'm talking about. There's no excuse. We can't make excuse why we can't excel, because our parents have laid the way, and before, for us to excel. We need to be the best, try to be the best at everything we do, because we've been, how we looked at. I see, I know how we looked at. Even back when I was in school, we're not supposed to be smart. We're not supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? We're not supposed to be sitting in here competing with these, excuse the expression, these white kids. We're not supposed to be. But I'm like, yo, and we talked about that all through high school, man. It was like, yo, he said, man, I can't believe where we came from. Because there was 2 others that came, but they ended up, moving to other states. But we talked about that. He said, he said, dude, if you hadn't took the time, and I told him, to me, I didn't even think, it wasn't even a thought. I want y'all with me. I want y'all to understand what I do so we can all grow and do this together.